Hi, my name is Sonika, and for our project, what we decided to do is a tourism and travel website. So I'm going to be talking about the detailed requirements, and then I'll hand it off to my team members to explain the ER diagram as well as the implementation plans we have for our project. So yeah, we decided to do a tourism and travel web application, and it'll help users gain insights into various travel destinations. And then it will also help users explore different aspects of whichever country they want to visit, such as the cities in it, the transportation options, which include trains, buses, taxis, subways, etc., the different activities they could do in it, and the hotels. So we're going to pull data from sources such as World Bank and Visit a City, and these all have important data sets that have to do with cities, activities, prices, different hotel options, and we'll also need to utilize a couple more websites that I didn't add in here, but we will do that. And then we also potentially want to enhance the user experience with making an interactive booking system where users can actually search for what they want and book it directly within our application. So yeah, we might implement that in the future. So now I'm going to hand it off to Mansa to talk more about the ER diagrams.
Okay, so I'm Mansa, and I'm going to be talking about the ER diagram. So we have multiple entity sets here. So we have the country entity set, which has the country ID, which is the primary key, and the name, population, the best season to visit, the average cost per day, and the language that they speak in the country primarily. And then our next one is the city entity set with the attributes of name, country ID, which would be the foreign key, and then the city ID, which is the primary key and population of the city. Next one, we have user entity set, which is the attributes are name, the email of the user, the budget they have to spend, and the user ID, which is the primary key. Hotel is the entity set, and we have the rating of the hotel, where the location of it, the name of it, the hotel ID is the primary key, the price per night, and the city ID is going to be the foreign key. And then we have the transportation entity set, which is the city ID, which is the foreign key, the attribute, and then the cost, the type of transportation like subway or car, and then transport ID, which is going to be the primary key. And then we have activities, which is going to be the activity ID, which is the primary key, city ID, which is foreign key, cost, name of the activity, the age limit, how long it's going to be, duration, and location. And now Sonia will be talking about the relationships between each of the entity sets. Oh, oops.
Hi, my name is Sonia Bhatnagar, and I will be going over the relationships in our entity relationship diagram. Previously, Mansa went over the entities and the attributes and the keys in the diagram, and I will be continuing that with relationships. So the first relationship that I want to talk about is the part of relationship, which can be seen between country and city. This is a one-to-many relationship because each country has many cities, but a city mainly only belongs to one country. The city is a part of a country, and that is the part of relationship. The other one can be seen is located in, which is a relationship between cities, activities, hotels, and transportation. Um, and that is also a one-to-many relationship. A host city can have multiple hotels, activities, transportation options, etc. The third relationship that we have is a travel relationship between cities and transportation. It is a many-to-many relationship because multiple cities can have multiple transportation options. And the things to pay for relationship that exists between the user, transportation, activities, and hotel is a one-to-many relationship because a user has to pay for for starters, a city has multiple hotels and activities, and the user has to pay for those cities' activities, hotels, transportation, etc. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anshika, and I'll be talking about the implementation plans for our tourism and travel guide website. I'm going to be talking about two main parts, the front end and the back end. So our front end, we'll be using Flask to develop the user interface. And we were thinking of mainly displaying the information that is collected in our database, including weather, activities, tourist attractions, anything that the user would need in order to get that sort of guidance when they're traveling. And this would be mainly coded in Python. And then we would also be having user profiles so they can make their profile, which would be stored in our database. And speaking of databases, here's the information for our backend, which we'll be using PostgreSQL, which is the database management system. And in this database, like I said, we are going to be collecting data from the internet, which includes activities, transportation, hotel, tourist attractions, weather, And another thing our database would be holding is the user profiles, like I mentioned in our front end. It would be collecting the username, email, name, phone number, things like that. And this will be done in SQL. And that is mainly what our implementation plans are right now. Thank you for listening to our presentation.